magical side of life, where anything is possible and the infinite is accessible to all. Let's have a conscious conversation about what's going on in the world, in your life, and your relationship from the expanded perspective of your soul. The path to awareness begins and ends in the heart. So let's take it there, one step at a time, and learn to cultivate magic in your life every single day. In each episode, we share a collective space in which we discover the unique facets of our own magic and embody our superhuman qualities by humbly exploring how it's super simply to be human. Hosts Kai and Del co-create a magical experience to remind you that you are magical as fuck. Now, be unleashed. This is our daily magic.
Why do I look shorter? Why do I look fucking... Look at that. I look holographic. Hello. Well, I was going to sound like I was going to therapy or... Yeah, it's been that kind of day. Sounds like I've been going through some puberty. I've been going to therapy. But yeah. Hello, everyone. Whoever's here, welcome. Or whoever left and things like that. We're here at a special time, and we're going to see who pops up at this different time. This was my wife's call for this. Where decided to go this time anyway?
Try something different.
Cool. That's a great way. That's a great answer. So, welcome to our Daily Magic podcast at a different time. And we are going to have a conversation and see what unfolds with this. Got a couple of things that I definitely wanted to tackle. Is that the word they say? I want to tackle it, grab it, tackle it, take it on, explore, whatever the words are. So, speak about words. This is just a quick side note before we get into the conversation. Hello, who's here? Let us know in the comments how you're doing. We're going to create a magical conversation. And I wanted to actually share something quick with my wife. So I found the back channel. You know the back channel thing?
The back channel?
Yeah, there you
go. That doesn't look good.
Exactly, because it wasn't good. Let's talk on the back channels. So, welcome to Magical Moment. It's been an exciting day so far. How has your day been? It's like our first time talking since 10 o'clock today.
I don't know. It's been a day.
Simple answer. Great. Awesome. Oh, my freaking body is still freaking sore from working out. So, I guess we can just get right into it then. The couple of stuff that I wanted to talk about from just discovery, just doing what I do, exploring YouTube, exploring things like that, and we get right into it. Unless there's something you'd like to say, anything you'd like to say, anything you're doing, anything you're being, anything at all?
Yeah. I had a transcendent experience today where I was able to perceive my life from 3 different awarenesses all at once. And it was pretty cool. And I'm still unpacking that experience and just being with all of the wisdom that it imparted in that moment. That's it.
Cool. So let's create some magic together. Keep your comments coming in. Let us know how you're doing as well. Once again, it's a magical moment at a different time. We're trying something new and seeing who shows up at this time. May do this moving forward, may go back to noon live, but we really want to have the intention of allowing more of our community to show up and have conversation with us. So, like I was mentioning, and you already got the video up, cool. That could be the first thing to talk about in here. And I was doing some browsing, like I always do, browsing different content out there, seeing what's going on in this collective world, and decided to look at a little bit of news. And this one news article struck my interest, and this news was from the Pentagon. What does Pentagon even mean? Is there like some terminology for the word Pentagon? Sounds like a shape.
It is a shape.
So the shape is a shape called a pentagon.
Yes.
Oh, see, I just learned something new. Cool. So from this shape came some news, and we got the YouTube video footage of this. And we could talk a little bit about this. So, would you like to share the footage, my dear? Why am I so dark? Oh, that's why.
A new government report is raising eyebrows across the country, especially among anyone interested in extraterrestrials. Physicist and Harvard professor Avi Loeb says there's a possibility humans are not the only civilization in the universe.
Really?
Loeb teamed up with the Pentagon office that investigates unidentified aerial phenomenon, and they came up with this draft report that says it's possible alien ships have already visited our solar system.
Really?
Specifically, Loeb thinks the first interstellar object spotted passing through our solar system in 2017 could be an extraterrestrial mothership. He says it did not have the characteristics you'd find in meteors or other known objects. He says the mothership could have released smaller ships or probes to study our solar system after spending a long time to get here. Loeb says if it was a ship, there likely was not life on it. Instead, he believes it could have been operated by artificial intelligence. The professor has dedicated his career to exploring the possibility that extraterrestrial civilizations exist, and he's written several books on the topic. He received a PhD in plasma physics when he was 24.
Huh. Let's see a crazy animal about to just go ham on something. Interesting. Oh. Interesting, right? So they're saying that there may be more life here than just this human race that we have here on Earth. What do you think?
I think that it is an attempt to continue to normalize this kind of news so that it's not a shock when they have already created policy around interacting with and engaging with extraterrestrial life, extra terra, however it is that you interpret that. It could be another dimension as opposed to just outside of this particular realm that we call Earth. So I think that they are perfectly playing their part.
All right, I wish I had a foil hat because I'm about to unleash the curious cat, like all the different possibilities and stuff I've been thinking about from hearing about this stuff. So, yeah, what you said of grooming us, but also there's so much other information out there that came out, like they released before. Former President Trump left the office, how they released all the classified information about all the different encounters they had with these unidentified flying objects that happened, that they said wasn't like, they didn't look like normal human crafts, and they were doing like these crazy maneuvers and stuff in there, and they saw it in the ocean, and like all these different things out there. There's all these things, but they haven't really been talking about it, but it's bringing more to awareness now. So it sounds like usually when something's get brought more into awareness to talk about, it means that like there's a lot more than what they're saying, type of thing. That's what I feel like. Like the whole COVID thing. Remember, I was just talking about COVID. Oh, we're about to get canceled for this, but I was saying how COVID thing, when they said, when it first came out with COVID like a long time ago, and then people were saying like it got leaked from a lab in Wuhan and stuff like that, and then they got shut down. It's not true. It's not this, not this. And then the government put Rick James syndrome, and later on, now they're talking about, oh yeah, it seemed the trace of the COVID thing went back to a release in the lab, type of thing. It's like, tell me something you didn't know, but now you're trying to pretend like you didn't know. So with the aliens, the mothership, this is interesting times, because like I keep saying, like it's gonna be very amazing when there's no way to deny that there is life beyond this planet. There are extraterrestrial lives. We're not the only like species that is living on a planet, type of thing, and different dimensions and stuff like that. But it's going to really shatter all these beliefs that we have from the human standpoint thing. Like it's just here. This is it. So interesting to see that. But then I just thought about like on like it's a funny Dell moment. Like, imagine like they start having dating apps for dating aliens. Extraterrestrial mingle, clapping alien cheeks, and then it's gonna be a new porn thing like that, BBW and all this other stuff. Intergalactic booty. Oh man! So welcome for those of you here. We're talking about, we just shared on the news, or shared a recent news article about, they're talking about there has potentially been a mothership here, a mothership alien device, or alien transporting device, or whatever it's called, UFO, things like that. So it's interesting times, because this information is being talked about more, when before they were, oh, it's crazy, no, that's not real, no. And then it's like there's so much more evidence now showing you that there is life beyond this planet. But also what I was saying, because it was like people are saying, like, if aliens are real, how come they didn't make themselves known? How come they haven't landed? And like for me, I'm just saying, like, do you see how we treat each other? Can you imagine something that's extraterrestrial? Oh, let me go be here with these people who can't get along with themselves. So it's interesting times. I'm excited. Somebody call Will Smith up, get him ready, and your boy Jeffy. Who's the other ones that? Who's the other like famous people? Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver is an alien.
Aren't we all?
Are we?
We probably are. This is a whole game. I think wouldn't it be interesting if like the was it the plot twist is like the alien race comes here and they say, yeah, we had to leave here because you guys took over our planet. You guys are the aliens, and they got actually live footage of that stuff. Like they're the ones who have the documents of everything, which will shatter everything. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, like, oh, you guys are arguing over the stuff that happened 2,000 years ago. Here's the footage of what happened 2,000 years ago. Is it high definition like how we have like this? But there's like, oh, we have 20K. You guys are just at 4K right now. We're like in quadruple K. Hello there. Thanks for the hearts. Whoever is that. We're just having a magical moment and talked about aliens. They made, oh, that's Pops. And hey there, Juliet. We're just talking about the aliens and how the news is talking about it now, about motherships and how the motherships maybe let out little ones and things like that. It's a rabbit hole. But the thing about it now is like a lot of stuff that we consider conspiracies now is being talked about. Well, actually, there's some stuff that may be conspiracy, some things that may not. It's the rabbit hole of this reality. But how deep in the rabbit hole do you go with it as well? Because you can go really deep in the rabbit hole, like your uncle. But then that stuff could be true as well. We don't know.
True.
Oh man, don't you love it? Life has you curious.
True.
And then you're having transcendental experience. Are you still in this transcendental experience right now? Who is here? Are you up there? Were you in the computer?
Say transcendental.
Transcendo. It's a new thing, right? It's like set up Bizarro. Transcendo. Got a T on my chest.
There's a post I did on Instagram a long time ago that said, if you are the voice in your head talking, then who's listening?
I saw this other one. If same thing about that in that realm. I'm gonna pull it up for you. I saw that. I said, yo, that's hilarious. Oh, here we go. So the meme says, me. Sometimes I talk to myself. Me. Oh my God, same. That's funny. That's funny.
And then there's the one that's observing those two.
Yeah. But then, who is the me? Let's say right now, the me that's speaking. Who is this?
Rabbit hole.
Oh, so that's where this is from. I was wondering, I'm like, who's this Venture 4 had this card? It's this. There's lifetime warranty.
Your lifetime or their lifetime?
That's a question. That's like that quote, the quote that I sent you with the kid, when the kid was saying to the when the parent said to the kid, "You're gonna listen to me the rest of your life. You're gonna have to listen to me the rest of your life." So that's what the parent said to the toddler. The parent said to the toddler, "You're gonna have to listen to me the rest of your life." And then the toddler responded to the parent, "No, I'm only going to listen to you as long as your life." Like, dang. Kid pretty much prophesied you about to die before him.
Why does that look like a cat?
It's a plane. But I can see what you're talking about. It looks like a smile with this. It was the cat been through war right here. Got 2 war scars. Got that. Got his tongue out and things like that. And then right here to see this a plane. The plane. Oh man, it's been over a month and I still have my passport. Dang. Speaking about passports as well. I saw this thing online. So I'm just sharing all these different things that I just experienced. Like, life is interesting. Just interesting posts and things like that happen. So there was this this thing that happened in Mexico. I don't know if you heard about it, and maybe somebody else heard about it. But what happened in Mexico was the cartel kidnapped the wrong people And so they kidnapped the wrong people in Mexico. There was American people. So it's people who were part of the cartel. They weren't supposed to kidnap the people, but they kidnapped the people. So what the cartel did was a version of My Bad. So not only did they bring back the people that got kidnapped, but then the people who kidnapped the people from the cartel brought the people over to America and had them tied up and put it had notes like, "Oh, my bad, our bad." That's pretty funny. But then some people's like, "You see, that's why I don't travel to Mexico and things like that." And then you know how people are with the posts and stuff. That was like, it's funny. People who probably are complaining about Mexico are the ones who don't even have a passport to complain about it. Like, dang. Perfect segue. When you don't have something, you complain about something. So we could probably pull up the photo as well if you want to.
What photo?
Of Ciara.
Oh. Let's see how we could do that.
See, look at that. It's already a trending topic. You can even pull up a news article. It's a candid one. Thank you for the like, whoever that is as well.
Oh.
So let's pull it up together. Is it showing? Ciara knows how to absolutely slay. The singer, 30. She's only 37? That's interesting. I always thought that she was. Makes sense. She came out like, I forgot what year. But yeah. The singer took Risque to a new level. Practically shut down the Vanity Fair Oscar Party red carpet when she arrived in a barely there sheer netted gown by Dundas. That's interesting. I never heard of that. I guess I don't have the money to get Dundas. That was fresh off the Paris Fashion Week runway. The shimmering halter dress showed everything, including a tiny black thong covered in every little. The singer paired her netted sparkly gown with elbow-length gloves, diamond drop earrings, and black strappy Santini heels. Her beauty looks was also show-stopping. She wore a smoky black eye and a nude lip, and wore her hair in a chick bob. I don't know none of these terms here. See, that's the thing. Like, I just look at surface level stuff, and then people can really break it down there. Like the angle and the fragments of the quadruped in this thing. I like it. Well, that's different. That's a different thing. So we're back. Cool. So we're back. Welcome. So, what do you think about the dress?
It's a dress.
Or what do you think about the outfit? It was a dress. It was just, you can see a lot.
And that's her business.
Yeah. So they had another photo. They didn't show the photo there. There's a photo of her and Russell Wilson there.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been going in regards to this, and that's a perfect segue of what we were talking about before, is there's an uproar. There's some sort of uproar, a little bit of uproar with that. People have their opinion of what happened between Russell Wilson and Ciara in that realm. Like, oh my goodness, she shouldn't be doing that. She's a wife. Shouldn't be doing that. That's not how a wife's supposed to be. Like all these different things, like uproars when people share their opinion about something outside of their own experience.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to share my perspectives about this, and I'm going to say this is wrong and things like that. It was interesting. I looked at that and I'm like, it's a pretty revealing dress. But then for me, I'm like, if it's something that they both are cool with, then what's the issue? So then it was funny. Somebody asked me, because I said that, because somebody sent me that post and like, oh, what do you think about it? I'm like, well, it's not my relationship to offer opinion about it. So if it works for them, that's cool. So then it was like, they asked me a question. Okay, so if your wife wanted to like wear something like that, well, I was like, well, I don't think she would wear that. Would you wear something like that?
No.
Okay, but even let's just play hypothetical roles type of thing. Now let's paint a realm. If you decide to wear that, would I be okay with that? It's on you. It's like if I wanted to, I don't know, if I wanted to wear a revealing thing like that with my male thong out, would you be okay with it?
Yeah. I would take pictures.
So, babe, we're gonna wear a unicorn thong outfit, and the unicorn horn is gonna be in the front, and things like that. Can I wear this to the upcoming event?
Sure.
Yeah. So the thing about it, and this is the thing in regards for relationships as well. There seem like there's like this box that sometimes society tries to fit you in for how a relationship's supposed to be. This is how every relationship's supposed to be, just like this box and criteria type of thing. I thought you were about to drop something.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I find it interesting that people are viewing this from the perspective of being in a relationship. Like, what about her and her career? What if her agent knows that there's going to be a role that's coming out where someone needs to wear, stuff like that, and they hooked her up and they're like, all right, we got you. We're going to hook you up with this runway designer from Paris. We're going to put this on you on the Oscars so that the directors, the casting directors, all the people can see you already embodying that role. And by the time that we, put your name in the hat, they're gonna already have you in mind. Like,
see,
it could have been a whole bunch of things.
By the way, she's a publicist, so like she knows like these outside the box thinking thing. But at the end of the day, what's happening? She's getting a lot of attention, right?
Yeah.
And what's the term for publicity? No, was it no publicity is bad publicity or something like that?
I mean, it's all publicity.
Yeah. So there's a lot of attention and stuff going on with that, but more so, and this is just a term they've been talking about in regards to Russell Wilson and his relationship. They're saying that he's being soft, he's not being manly, he's letting her walk all over him, like all this other stuff like that. And I'm like, for me, I'm like, what if he just allowing the freedom for her to be who she is? And he honors that. And that's the thing, like I said, society thing. This is how a relationship's supposed to be. This is what a wife's supposed to do. This is what a husband's supposed to do. Type of thing. Go ahead.
I could totally see Ciara now being on the Red Table Talk. Maybe her and Jada Pinkett doing some kind of like partnership. Like, it's all just business to me.
That's all different. Sorry. Don't you dare put Ciara in the realms of Will Smith and Jada.
It's called relevancy. And if there's relevancy by association, people are going to do it. So I wouldn't put it past them.
That's a whole different level right there. But I hear where you're coming from in regards to it too. What are your thoughts? Whoever's here, share your thoughts about that in regards to relationship. Talk about Ciara, talk about aliens and things like that. We're just having a candid, magical moment, but more so importantly, the essence around what we're doing today is I'm just sharing, like, for myself, like I still go into this world and see what's going on in the world, these different topics and things like that, and I look at it just to be able to just see a different perspective with it and get curious about it and things like that. But more so as well as just seeing and you see it on social media all the time, people project their own perception and own beliefs onto others as if their beliefs is the right beliefs and their beliefs are the wrong belief. And you see a lot of times on social media the uproars and going against each other, against beliefs and things like that. And we're not meant to fit in boxes, man. I mean, you can force yourself to go into the box, but all of us are meant to be outside the box. It's easy, simple thing for me. Like in regards to this relationship, if I treat this relationship and try to make this relationship be like how I was in another relationship, it's not going to work. This is a different being that I'm with.
But people like put themselves in boxes all the time.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm a billionaire. That's a box that people want to be in. You know, so it all depends on how you like think about it. Oh, I'm what?
I'm about to say, is that a box or that's a one of the a role that you're playing?
That's the same thing.
Is it?
It can be.
I think it's like the way that you perceive it. So it's like I'm a husband.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting myself in the box as just a husband. It's just a role that I'm playing. But obviously, I look at it as well. This is a role I'm playing, but who I'm being in that role is what I'm really focused on. This is temporary, a temporary role that I'm playing. But obviously, like in that realm, it's a different thing as well because like you think like I am just this. So like I am just this husband, or I'm just this partner, or I'm just this job. And then when the temporary experience ends and you lose that temporary experience, then that's when shifts get real because you feel like you lost yourself because you don't have this anymore. Who am I now? I don't have this thing that I associate myself with anymore. Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
But that could be a great question as well.
True.
So it's cool. I hear where you're coming from as well with the box thing, but then also the, you can look at the role you're playing and who am I being in that role? I was just talking about that with my client today because my client was asking me, like, "Oh, like, so what are you doing for the rest of the day?" I was like, I'm being the rest of the day, but I'm doing with my being. So, like, I was like, in about a couple minutes, I'm about to play the role of being a father and be with my son in that way, that beingness. And then next, I'm going to be a podcast co-host with my wife, and in this simultaneously, I'm being a podcast co-host, and I'm also being a husband. But I'm saying I'm letting life unfold with all these different roles that I'm simultaneously playing,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'm being in every single one of these roles.
So in essence, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
Square could be a rectangle, a triangle, quadrant, or whatever. What's that one? I never forget that one because I had to draw it. I'm thinking about it now. So I had to draw it in math because those tests you had in math when you had to like draw the shapes. Or you ever had those tests? When you had to draw the shapes.
I'm listening.
Okay, so we had to draw the shape. So it's tell you like, okay, draw a triangle, draw a square, draw a hexagon, draw that, and then this other one, I forgot that dodecahedron or something like that. I'm like, what the heck is this thing? I didn't say that less colorful when it happened. I said it in a different way, but it's interesting. But it's like all those different things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we made cubes the first time. I was lit. The 3D cubes.
Mm-hmm.
We put the square, and the square, and then the cylinder, circle, circle.
Yeah.
I should draw houses. Oh yeah, I drew my house right there.
Mm-hmm.
See, you see how I show the background of it. You see how it shows the side and stuff like there, right there. That's art. Call me Picasso, man.
So it's who you're being in that role.
Well, for me, that's just my perspective. I'm not saying my perspective is the all perspectives of all. We all have our own perspectives. I'm just sharing my own hypothesis from my own experience. That's it. I'm sharing my experience. But my experience is not more important than anyone else's experience. We all have our own unique experiences, and we all sharing our experiences. And it's cool to hear others' experiences because I get to learn more about my own experience as I hear someone else's experience.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another conversation I was having too with truths.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, I have my set of truths. Someone else has their set of truths. My truths aren't more important than your truths. Your truths aren't more important than my truths. But we can have a conversation in which we talk about our truths, not in a way of trying to prove that my truths or your truths are more important, but an opportunity to see what can unfold when we both are just being and sharing our truths in the present moment together. Like this podcast conversation. There's no arguing here. You see things from your version, I see things from my version. I'm not saying your versions are wrong or mine are right, and vice versa, but equally, they're valuable. And even for each and every one of you are here as well. Don't forget that. That is magic. Now it'd be cool if it'd be cool if I was like this and I grabbed this thing and I brought it down. Like, it's magic. And you're like, how do you do that? It's all an optical illusion. Hello there.
Hi.
Who is in the building? I like to see who's in the building so you get some special love. Thank you for being here. Whoever this is, I will find out momentarily who you are. Oh, what's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Cool.
Welcome to the live stream.
That's a cool thing about this live. We can give my wife credit for this, for deciding to do this at a different time. But the different times allows different people to be here as well. Obviously, there's some people who show up when we do it at noon, but we're doing stuff the way that we've been doing stuff lately, shaking things up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You put a couple of Y's at the end of that, but hey, girl. And I was like, girl. Man, I'm hoping that tomorrow my body feels less sore. This is when your body feels away. It's interesting. I was talking about earlier today when I was like, oh, I thought I put the alarm on to wake up my son for school, and I didn't, or wake up Jaden for school, and I didn't. And then Jaden came in here at like 7:59. It was like, he knocked on the door. I was like, what's going on? And I was talking about earlier. I said, yo, I thought like I was just like in this such a deep meditative state that time slowed down that much. Cause I was in this space like, oh, like time seemed like it's like really going much longer than now. I'm like in this space of like time slowing down. And then when he came up and he said 7:59, I'm like 7:59. And I got up and I said, I got up and I started getting him ready. It was in the mold. Okay, we gotta get this done. We get this done. I got his hair done so quickly. But then I said, like in the moment of doing that, I was like, you know what? I'm actually grateful that like this curl lotion that I had this whole time that I haven't used for his hair was actually the solution to his hair to keep it curly and stuff, but I just never used it for some reason until like last week when I just tried it. Oh, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. So it helped me to be able to get his hair done much quicker, got him dressed and stuff like that. Got him on a bus. And then as soon as he's off the bus, or as soon as he got on the bus, I kid you not, as soon as he got out and things like that, and I was able to like chill out, that's when I felt all the soreness from my body kicking. Oh. So I was having to talk about that, and I was told, I was told that you like when you're like in that mode of like just like you gotta get stuff done type of thing, you push yourself beyond potentially what your body is saying to you. It's like because your mindset, you're focused on getting stuff done, so your body, you're not being present to what's happening in your body. And then that moment I got present, that's when my body's like, oh yeah, I'm letting you know like how sore you are now. And then that's when I was like, oh. So I'm hoping that between now and tomorrow it feels better, but we'll see. We'll see how it unfolds with this. Speak about unfoldment. What's going on in your world, audience? How was your day?
Yeah.
How's your magical day? Now the sun's on me. Now it's okay, yeah. He's a little bit too dark, so we gotta make him lighter. Like she doesn't need the sun. She's good. She's a sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. Next week.
What's next week?
We have a guest, and we are back at our previous time, Tuesday at noon. And then after that, we'll resume the 5 p.m. on Thursdays.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a great, interesting guest, too, next week. This person was on Netflix. This person was on E-Access. This person's a celebrity mindset coach. So it's going to be a great conversation, and definitely bring your questions for that one because she can be of great service for you around areas of your life as it pertains to creating the life that you want and things like that. So I saw one of her contents. I got to interview her. So I'm definitely going to be here. I'll definitely ask my questions, but a lot of space for other people to ask their questions as well. Nice. Hey, Rosemary.
So we'll get to see everyone for that special interview. Thank you for being here, Rosemary.
Thank everyone else also for being here. Paul, Pops, everyone, whoever's here too. Thank you. You missed the time of some of you missed the time we were talking about aliens and Ciara's wardrobe and things like that. But it was all just a magical moment, and you guys got here exactly when you were meant to get here, just to get a little bit of magic and also give a little bit of magic to us as well. We appreciate each and every one of you. We love each and every one of you. Continue creating the magic. Continue being the magic that you are in this world. And until next time,
stay magical.
You've been listening to our Daily Magic Podcast with Ciara and Dell. Please like, subscribe, and tune in next week for another magical episode. Visit www.ourdailymagic.com for more. Thank you for listening and have a magical day.